seen people say no to their relationship because their partners have boyfriend or girlfriend, or because their partner has kids? Will you abandon your relationship because you found out that your partner had kids, or you're going to stay there and figure it out? Tell me what you think. What will you do? Will you leave your relationship and say, no, I don't, I didn't know? But if the partner has shared with you, and during the relationship, then it's turned out that the partner loves you and want to marry you, and you also love the partner and want to stay in that relationship, will you leave that relationship, or you're gonna stay though the partner has kids? Some people have really been successful with relationship with kids, because you start those kids, you nurture, they even help bind you guys together. They even help for the love to grow, and the man see how caring, and the woman see how caring, and they love each other more. To an extent, certain some it didn't work out. So there are different people have different experiences when it comes to this one. So why do I share this? I share this because it's good that you are aware. You shouldn't leave a loving fiancé because you realize that he has children. You shouldn't leave a loving fiancé because you just found out that she had children. If you love and you both love yourself, you can make it work. So there are different reasons why people will have children before getting married. So you must not judge them from their past. You judge them from what they are at the moment. Judge them, take them as the relationship is going. And we are not also denying some of the fact that some men or some relationship can be very challenging with kids. The kids, they maneuvered and create issues so that your relationship with the man doesn't work. Or the kids, the dads believe in them so much that whatever you say, he has to go and touch base with the kids to see if they're in it before they will let you be. So, why I brought this topic is for us to just share some experiences and figure out what you can do if you find yourself in that kind of a situation. Because some people might have gotten children before marriage out of wedlock. Some people were raped. Some people were abused. That wasn't their intention. Some people were betrayed. It's a world that you cannot predict. And some people may have lost their loved ones through death, from the hands of death. That came and snatched them. So, do you think that they shouldn't find love again? And love is something you wouldn't gut your heart and say, oh, my heart, make sure that if you see a man who has kids before, don't let me fall in love with them. Nope. And you wouldn't say, oh, my heart, make sure that if you see a woman who has kids before, make sure I don't fall in love with them. Nope. And to an extent, when you see a woman who has kids, that's telling you that that woman is fertile and she can still give more kids if in case you need kids. And if you see a man who has kids, that's telling you that this man is a good man. He's able to get a woman pregnant. So let's not always look at the downside. Let's also look at the positive side. And at times, with the kid that your boyfriend had, or your other partner had, when you come in and God bless you, say you have other kids, the other kids will be playing and be able to teach the other kids skills that they grow together. That is if the family blends well. With some families, it doesn't really blend well, and the kids will hate each other. But for the fact of love, you have to strive to ensure that they love each other. Please, when you watch this, if you have experienced that, share in your relationship, share how did you overcome it. Did you go let go your partner because of the kid or a child, or did you stay in that relationship? And if you stayed, how was your relationship with your stepson, with your stepdaughter, or with your stepchildren? Because it's always good that we know, so we can learn from your mistakes or from the ways that you did to succeed. Hope this is helpful. So, usually, I like to share ideas that people or people's stories, how they overcome them. I had a friend who got married, and for 5 years she didn't have kids, but the husband had two kids. She took these two kids as if they were hers, treated them with love, dropped them and picked them up from school, do things with them as if they were hers. And these kids, they love her. So there was a time that out of frustration and she will have issues with the husband and will leave. And guess what? The kids will be pressuring the dad, go get our mom, because they were already calling her mom. Go get mom. We miss mom. We miss mom. And this guy will come and get my friend. They lived together for 5 years. And guess what? This woman, after her patience, she was blessed with a set of twins. Do you think she stopped loving the other ones? Nope. She loved them even more. And now she was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. I have 4 kids now. She looked after all the kids. Even the other ones, they were lucky. Like they grow and they travel abroad. They were the ones that later brought her own kids abroad. So you see, if this woman wasn't kind to these her stepchildren and say, oh, they are not my kids, they are not my kids, what would have happened? What would have happened? These kids would have grown up and not look after their own stepbrothers or sister. But because she showed love and the kids call her mom, all them recognize each other as brother and sister. There was no discrimination. They knew they have different mothers, but they all know they were a family. Isn't this beautiful, beautiful people? This is beautiful. That's why I'm sharing this story. It must not be always a negative one. It should be a positive one, because we want to impact lives positively and not negatively. There are also some few experiences that people have shared here, and I feel like I should read, read so you guys can also learn. So, a sister here, Sister Jade, shared that if you married someone who already had children, did you struggle with feeling like you were always the second best and not their priority? You are their second best and you are not their priority. Their children are this are and should be first. No, that should not be the case. You should be treated with love because you found love at that moment. You shouldn't be like their second best, right? And this guy is saying, yes, my stepdaughter was the best. So, was the best. She was great. We became very close, like my own daughter. My stepson literally hated me for no reason. That's how the kids, some will like you, some will hate you. You just have to keep working to gain them by yourself where possible, right? So this lady is saying that my stepson literally hated me for no reason other than I was with his mom or is the dad saying this. He caused a lot of trouble and now is an outcast from his entire family. You see, some people they just can't comprehend that you're coming into the picture. They feel like you're coming to take away their love. They feel like their mom's not gonna love them more. Their dad is not gonna focus on them more because you are in the picture. But at times, you have to keep striving for the best. So this person is also saying, sharing, I have not done this personally, but I had several friends who have married women with children. In one case, an old childhood friend announced he was getting married. I was thrilled for him for multiple reasons, but mostly because he had a rough childhood and deserved some happiness in his life. I should reference that even though his childhood was rough, he turned out to be very sweet, shy, and loving person. He always had my back through anything, and I've always loved him like a brother. I knew that she already had a son, and her son was the ring bearer of their wedding. So the son was the ring bearer of their wedding. After they took their vows, my friend called the son over and read a prepared speech. He would promise to look after him and always be a good daddy. Wow. You see, though he was marrying the wife, the mother to this child, he did not forget that this child exists. He also make a vow to that child that from today I will be your daddy. Don't you think this child feels honored, not left behind? Then he gave him a necklace instead of a ring as a promise to be a good father. Wow. He did not only made a speech for him, he gave him a necklace. So wear this. This is my symbol of love for you and my vow for you that I will always stand in as your father. See, you're already bonding, you're already building that relationship. That child looks up to you as father. Never you abuse that trust that you build. So, what are we learning here? That if you come into that kind of relationship, accept the child as your own, and you will have the child give your partner the ability to have access to that child and accept that child. Don't be overprotective. Give them to make promises if they can and build a bond. Because when that bond is laid down and you gain the children's trust, the children will never treat you different. They will look up to you as their stepdad or their stepmom, and they will call you mom or they will call you dad. Needless to say, I was a slobbery mess at the end of the ceremony. That, yeah, so you see, this person is sharing. And then another one here is sharing that I raised my former spouse's kids in many years to the detriment of my biological kids. That is also make sure you balance it. Some people they love so much that they don't even know how to let go. Balance it with your biological kids so your biological kids do not feel left behind too. Treat everybody fairly, give them the opportunity because if they feel left behind, they will be seeing that you you are not doing well. For the longest time, they were horrible. My own kids wouldn't come around because of them for a few years, and because of my ex for even more years. As the youngest turned 18, I found myself being treated like a bank servant or handyman, and less treated like a husband. No, all the kids still like me, and we are not together, and that is for the best. It was torture sometimes, and I am glad I stayed as long as I did for the kids. But if I had to do it over again, I would most likely not. So, what are we learning? Insofar as you're also striving and being a good parent, be fair with your own kids too. Some people are so carried away that they even forget that they have their own kids. And when you make your own kids feel that you don't love them like you love the other kids, they feel left behind. So it's a learning, right? The first thing you have to take into account is no matter what, if her previous partner is still alive and active in her child, is that you will never replace their biological parent. Yes. Remember that you're stepping in as a stepdad. And as a stepdad, you can even do past the biological dad. But you are not taking away, you are not taking the place of the biological dad. Same too as a mom. You're stepping in as a mom, as a stepmom. You can even do more than what the biological mom does, but you are not taking away from them their biological mom's position. Because at times when some people come, they try to like, you're not going to your mom, you're not doing, I'm your mom. You can't really stop it. Let it be for the kids to decide. Give them the opportunity to for them to go. Although some they go, they mislead them, and they come back and begin to behave suddenly negatively. If that's happening, you reduce the time for their visit. And if you keep continuing, then you have to put boundaries and measures with your support of the husband, your support of the other spouse, because it can be challenging. It works to some and it doesn't work. You have to put in extra effort. And if the other partner is not with you on it, you will get tired and back out. It's a difficult task. So when you're embarking on it, be ready to strive till the end, not back out. So when I looked at this topic, I was like, it's good we just chat about it. What have we learned? That if you love the man and the man loves you and the woman loves you, or any of you love each other, and after you feel like with the kids you are still gonna be successful, don't deny yourself love because that person has children. Don't deny yourself to be loved because you can cope. There are certain things you've always said, I can't do, but you realize that you are already doing those things. This is one of those. You can set boundaries if you must and help yourself to build a positive relationship with the children. At times, some of the steps they take advantage. Make sure you treat them like your own and not take advantage of them. For if you do so, that makes it great, right? Makes it great. So if you love one another and you want to stay in your relationship, don't. And there are also situations where the kids are obstructing your relationship. If you brought them in and they can't deal with it, you figure out a different way. But most often, I've seen it's like a 60% always successful. Please, when you watch this short live, please tell me your own opinion. Will you marry a man or a woman who have children before you guys met, or would you not? Give me your own reason as to why would you will not. Because when you are not, you're judging the man's past history. Are you now going to judge what has happened before the guy met you, or you're going to judge just what you have seen? Tell me what you think in the comment section. Hope this was a little bit helpful. It's my 2 cents. Please put in yours in the comment section so people can read and also learn. Thank you for watching. It's your girl, Mary Rajis TV, your number one TV. Bye bye. Show me your comments. Comment, please. Bye bye.